On this day, we stand together and pledge our love to one another. Oh, my darling, I will love you. From this moment, there will be no other. And on this road that lies before us lives the love, the joy and sorrow. But we will always try to remember the pain today is the joy tomorrow. And now together, love will be much better, yes it will. Together, our love will share and forever, love will keep us together. Our lives will change. But until then, we will follow this road endlessly. For we believe that we have found love from this moment until forever. And now together, love will be much better, yes it will. Together, our love will share and forever, love will keep us together. Our lives are gonna change all together. Love will be much better, yes it will. Together, our lives are gonna change all forever. Love will keep us together. Our lives will change. On this day, we stand together and pledge our love to one another. Oh, my darling, I will love you.
Good afternoon, and welcome. It's time now for Marriage Talk, and we have our host this afternoon. I will say good afternoon. Susan Baker, how are you?
Good afternoon, Pastor On. I am great.
All right. I was kind of worried there a little bit because I was saying, wow, it looks bleaky on the outside, but we have some good news today. We're live on Instagram.
Wow,
we're live on Instagram, so we are for the people who are on the hip, the IG. They don't say Instagram anymore. They say I'm on IG. So we are on Gold FM on IG, right? So Gold FM IG, or you can go on it, Ivy Divey. Gold Ivy Divey, and you will see our logo there. So that's on Instagram. And we say good afternoon to all those that are tuning on Instagram. This is Marriage Talk. Go ahead, Suzanne.
A pleasant afternoon to our listeners. For those who are tuning in on IG, wow. Those who are on Instagram, welcome, welcome. It will be your maybe your first session or maybe not, but welcome. For those who are tuning in on YouTube, a pleasant afternoon. For those who are in the diaspora, a pleasant afternoon. And for those of us who are still on our regular Gold FM, a pleasant afternoon to you. It is bleaky on the outside. Yes, it is. But I hope and I pray that I will be able to, we will be able to generate some heat your way so you won't be cold. You will be hot from the discussion that we are about to get into. So I say to us again, a pleasant afternoon. It is marriage talk, and we are here to talk about marriage, to talk about our love life, to talk about the ways in which we are going to make our lives better, make our lives happier, um, so that we can lift our hands to God Almighty and say to God, Lord, I thank you for the partner that you have given unto me. Because a lot of us cannot say that, Pastor. A lot of us we question God every day about the type of partner that we have,
Mhm.
and why we end up with this partner, and why and why and why and why. But I think that sometimes we just forget about the why and just say thank you, God, for the
Sure.
partner that you have given unto me. Because a lot of times the Lord knows what we need.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so therefore
Very much so.
he gave us the right partner. Sometimes we don't recognize it as we get it. You understand? The negative aspect might just show itself first, but going on into the relationship, pursuing your relationship with love and affection, you realize down the road that hey, this was the right partner for me. All right. That's not our topic for this afternoon, though, whether it's a right or a wrong situation. I was just,
Hmm.
wanting for us to just to reflect on who God has blessed us with. Sometimes we need to have that inner self examination. We need to just take a little time out to reflect on the partner God has given unto us. And then when we do such things, we realize that hey, actually this is the right partner for me. You understand? Because when I stop to think of my flaws, and when I stop to think about the things that are about me, that sometimes even the things about you you don't like, Pastor. Sometimes you
Yes,
have some things
a
that
lot
you
of us we don't even love ourselves. We don't love ourselves. Many
yes,
people walking around don't love themselves. They don't have the capacity because they grew up with a dysfunctional family or in a
yes,
situation where they were not taught to love themselves. Your ear too kinky, your nose too broad, your eye them too big, and you tend to love. I mean, there are people who
no, no,
it's
Pastor, it's
sad
true.
that those
It's
things
true
are
because
presented as what you should love yourself for, and not the true qualities that you have. Yeah.
when school was online
Yes.
at home, and a lot of parents would have said, would have, can say that they can testify to say, listen,
You
when they're talking about culture, and they um refer to the African,
yes.
students will not associate themselves with the African. Oh no. Because when they look at the picture of the African, they say, no man, he either head too dry or
Hmm.
he too black or
Yes.
something.
Yes. Yes. And
You
and and
understand?
that is
So
supposed to be a no because your
should
hair is supposed to be straight. Your nose is supposed to be straight. you know.
And when you would have said to them that, listen, you are an African, they would say, no, I am brown.
Yes,
You
yes,
understand?
yes.
So therefore, I am not. So a lot of times we have to do some reflecting, and we have to think on where we are, the partner that we have, how we are able to facilitate each other, love each other, and then we lift up our hands and thank God for the type of partner that God has given unto us. All right. Now, this afternoon, we have given out some assignments last week, one major assignment. And I would like for us to send us your voice note. Type it on YouTube. And I think if you're on Instagram, you can go ahead and type it also. Have you done your homework? Did you take the time out, look in your bedroom,
Yes, I,
and
I did.
see?
I did my homework. I am
Okay,
proud to say that
wonderful.
I did my homework, and I don't have much things to take out, but I assure you, my um bedroom is void of some of the things that were there. I didn't have much,
Okay.
but it's now free, and like the runway, it's ready.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So wonderful, Pastor. So now you can do some running.
Up and running. Yeah.
All right. So let us know. Did you get in the bedroom? Did you take out some things from the bedroom to have more space in the bedroom for fun and games with your partner? So go ahead. Happy that Pastor did his homework. Others, please say if you have done your homework, and if you have not done it, you need to take out some of those, look up the excess from out of the bedroom
Mhm.
and put it in another room, so therefore you will find space in the bedroom for fun and games. But Pastor, I want for you to look for Sandy, I think it's Sandy Patty, love in many language.
In any language. I
Yes.
I quite know it. It was played at my wedding. That's how old this song
Yes.
is. Um,
Oh, well, before I go any further, I would want to say happy belated birthday to my caramel chocolate husband,
woo,
Yuan.
mercy.
Happy birthday, honey. I know you work, but you know, looking forward for your return so we can have higher.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Oh yes. So this afternoon I am sending out to you on loving any language.
All right,
And
we.
right after, we will get into this evening topic because it is a very, I believe it's a steaming one.
All right, let's go. Sandy Patty with Love in Any Language. This is Marriage Talk, and you've got to tune in to us www.goldradiojamaica.com.
Jamaica.com.
www.goldradiojamaica.com. Love in Any Language, Sandy Patty.
Or your loved one's final expenses? Well, help is on the way with Peter James, your first choice for
All right, we're having a little difficulty here, and we're trying to get to the song. And let me try see if I can get it on another platform. All right, love in any language. All right, let's try this again. All right, we're coming up, coming up. Love in any language. I don't know, sometimes these things happen, but let me do this one more time. Let me try this one more time.
Je t'aime, te amo, ja ti lublю. Ani o hevet otha, I love you. The sounds are all as different as the lands from which they came. And though our words are all unique, our hearts are still the same. Love in any language, straight from the heart, pulls us all together, never apart. And once we learn to speak it, all the world will hear. Love in any language, fluently spoken here. We teach the young our differences, yet look how we're the same. We love to laugh, to dream our dreams. We know the sting of pain. From Leningrad to Lexington, the farmer loves his land. And daddies all get misty-eyed to give their daughters hand. Oh, maybe when we realize how much there is to share, we'll find too much in common to pretend it isn't there. Love in any language, straight from the heart, pulls us all together, never apart. And once we learn to speak it, all the world will hear. Love in any language, fluently spoken here. Though the rhetoric of government may keep us worlds apart, there's no misinterpreting the language of the heart. Straight from the heart, pulls us all together, never apart. And once we learn to speak it, all the world will hear.
Yes, 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 yes. It is Love in Any Language, a song that is over 35 years old. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. So you see, that song is for you on this afternoon. Even though, you know, they are apart, you know, you have to let the love speak from a distance.
You're a bit low. You're a bit low. So if you could come a little closer, then
All right.
we will hear you a little bit more. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Like I said, because we are apart at this point in time, you know, you have to let the love speak from a distance you know, for that reassurance to say, listen, even though we are apart, we are still generating the same amount of energy towards each other. Okay, so this afternoon, my topic is, should one partner feel superior in the relationship?
Wow. Should there
Yes,
be any superior or inferior um,
in the relationship.
in the relationship?
Yes. So in our marriage, since as you know, we are last week we were on romance and we were on
It's a bit low. It's a bit low. All right. Let's go again. Let's go. All right. Ah,
I think you're having some technical difficulties.
all right. We've sorted it out. It's okay
Okay.
now. So you can, yeah, we need to get you a little bit louder. So I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the question for this afternoon is, should one partner feel superior or inferior in the relationship? Last week we were on romance and we talk about fixing up our bedroom, taking out some of the excessive things from the bedroom. So we have space in there for fun and games. But in getting all of this, in order for the romance to be up there, for the right energy to create, should one partner in the relationship feel superior to the other, allowing the other to feel as if, okay, I'm me run things, I'm me the done in this thing. Whatever I say, I saw it must go. You understand? And when I make a statement, you don't need to ask the question. You just need to move. I want us to reflect on this.
What?
Esther
Okay, go
chapter
ahead.
5.
Go ahead.
Are you
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Okay.
And that's
Much better.
yes.
All right. So I want us to reflect on this. This is coming from the book of Esther, Esther chapter 5. I will be reading from verse 2 to verse 5. And it says, now it came to pass on the third day that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house. And the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house, over against the gate of the house. And it was so, when the king saw Esther, the queen, standing in the royal court, that she obtained favor in his sight. And the king held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand. So Esther drew near and touched the top of the scepter. Then the king said unto her, what wilt thou, Queen Esther, and what is thy request? It shall be even given thee to the half of the kingdom. And Esther answered, if it seems good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him. Then the king said, cause Haman to make haste that he may do as Esther has said. So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. So the question I am asking us this afternoon, in our marriage, should one partner feel superior? Should one partner feel that if he or she alone have the right to do, to make all the decisions, the right to say to you, listen, you need to get up out of bed, or if you are not feeling well, but he sees fit that you need to get up, so you must get up? Or is it that when we get married, we now see things as equal? None of us is above the other. Whether you have the money, yes or no, we are on the same scale. So, whatever it is that we are going to do, we talk about it and then we get it done. Or is it that one person does say, all right, I'm here to done this thing, and me run things. Whatever law me put on in this house, it must be law, and it must be maintained, and it must be obeyed. Whatever law I put in the bedroom, it must be maintained, or it, you understand? Or is it that it is an equal thing this afternoon where both of us talk about whatever we are going to do and we get it done?
Well,
I believe
go ahead.
that we should not have any superiorness in our relationship. We should allow our relationship to be on a mutual level. It doesn't matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter how financial stable you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what one have over the other. When it comes to our relationship, when it comes to our married life, I believe that we should be on a common ground and a common understanding in order for our relationship to last. Because when you check it out, a lot of marriage is suffering because of one person feeling inferior to the other. One person feels as if he's Lord and Master over everything, and the other person don't have any right. So I believe it's a month for re-examination. We have to know, re-examine the things that we are doing in our relationship. And we need to start to consider whether our action is hurting our partner. Yes or no?
Well, it's a very important question, and it's I want to take it from this angle that there are some people who make themselves inferior, and there are some people who project themselves superior. So um,
Well,
sometimes the economics will play. Sometimes the level of education will play. Sometimes the level of background from which the person comes from will play. And there are numerous situations that will cause the marriage not to be on an equal footing. There is no equilibrium um, uh, for the marriage, because there is this seesaw battle of, you know, sometimes the person who is behaving superior doesn't do it publicly. They
It is
they
done at home.
they do it, yeah, within the confines of their home, and
But
the
it should not be.
superiority comes out only when the other party talks about it. You know.
But it should not be, Pastor. And this is why we have to be thinking. We have to be examining the things that we do. Because a
Hmm.
lot of things that we are doing, it is hampering our marriage life. It is affecting our marriage life. It is allowing one partner want to get out of this thing quicker. You
But
understand?
what when one decide, one the one come into the marriage feeling inferior, and accept it like that.
But
What you say about that?
that should not be either, because if you are talking, if
Yes.
during courtship, and you realize that this woman allows you to feel small, allows you to feel inferior, don't pursue that relationship, because you're going to be unhappy. And if you realize that she's doing it, and she might not know, because sometimes we do things, and we think it's just the norm, and we don't think nothing of it. But it's when somebody else starts to say to you that, listen, you are doing this and it's annoying. You are doing this and it is not right. You
Hmm.
understand. And you can take that time to look into yourself and start to examine yourself and say to yourself, okay, I am going to change. I'm going to try to do better. Then when you see where that person start to try to do better, you can continue the relationship. But if when you highlight the flaw, the thing that you don't like the most, and the person said to you, "Cha, and I'm not that man," be careful, because when you get married, the problem is going to be there same way, or it might be worse then.
Hmm. And you have to also put the friend and um companions that you have, because they will also either let it grow worse, or let it become a problem, more of a problem. Because if you are a woman, and you have a couple of friends who tell you that you're coming from a high background, and this guy in your class, and you are to hold him at bay, and you know what I'm talking about, and kind of make
Yes.
him feel like say him owe you something, you know. Don't make him domineer you. You domineer, you must, you know. I have heard, and this is for this program. I have heard of women who go into the relationship, and she say, um, and I'm talking about sex here now, and she say, make him suffer. Any Owen tell you what you know to tell you, make him suffer, right? And and that is a power chip for that individual. And the man have to come down to his knees and be begging, and be coaxing, and give everything we have already have. Him have to produce it for just get little affection and little care. And that is the superior inferior thing. So when it comes to
But
sex, the man feel inferior.
it should not be. Likewise, you have some men that
Yes.
they would want their partner to do certain things, put them in certain position, and
Yes.
all. When you complain about the
Uncomfortable situation.
uncomfortableness or the pain that you are
Yeah.
feeling, because he loves it.
Yes.
He has no regard for what you are feeling, and it should not be. It should not be. Our relationship should be one that is saying, listen, this makes you comfortable, okay. This makes me comfortable, okay. We have to find a common ground where we can be mutual and say, all right,
Mutual
we will.
respect. And that is the
Yes,
word that is lacking. Whenever there is inferior and superior feeling, there is no respect. And you must walk with your dignity, because if you don't live by your dignity, you will forever play second fiddle, and inferiority complex will step in.
yes, but in our relationship, Pastor, we should not be having that. You understand? In the marriage, we should not having that. What mine is yours and what yours is mine, and we have to make sure that, listen, our relationship is established in a way that we are both comfortable. We are both enjoying this thing. And that is why when we take the time out to read the Word of God, and that is why it is important that everybody read the Word of God. Whether you are Christian, yes or no, we need to read the Word of God. Read the book that is out there like any other book. So we will gain knowledge in order, because when you check on the story of Esther, no, Esther was just an ordinary individual that was propelled to queenship because of what
Vashti.
Queen
Vashti, yeah.
Ashtoreth. Yes, you understand. And when Esther was at this point now where that the plot was there, we all know the story well, and the Jews were to be persecuted. But because the king loved Esther, his new wife, I believe he loved her with an unconditional love. And that is why Esther could have gone out to him without no he sending for him. And he loved her that much that he could have reached out and said, come, my queen. No, in our marriage, we have to be prepared to do some things to make our partner happy, not us alone. This is my way or the highway. This is how I want it, and I'm not going to change. No, we have to be willing to change for some things for the better. No, good God Almighty, you know that your wife don't like her back scratch. She don't like it, but because you like to scratch back,
Yeah.
you understand. You determine that you must scratch her back. Could have God Almighty, find somewhere else scratch? Maybe scratch her head. She might like the massage in the head. And you and you would think now emerge. She'll be calling you so often. Honey, can you come and just scratch here for me? But she don't like it in the back.
Hey. The mutual respect, you see, for partners in marriage is something that has been an age old problem. Mutual respect.
We need to, sir. We need to. We
And
need to learn.
there is one part of it, for instance, the not the economics now, the educational level. This is why, as a married person, if you and your husband are not on the same level in the sense of education, improve yourself, work on yourself. Your husband rather to have a conversation with other people rather than you, because all you are all that there is to you is that you're good in bed, but you can't cook and you can't have a good conversation. So you have to go work by yourself, and
And that is, go ahead, sir.
you have to work on yourself, and become compatible. with your husband or your wife if it's the other way around. Because the man
But
can be
that
earning a lot of money, but him not educated. And therefore, in public, she will be embarrassed to even introduce him as her husband because him can't even go a good conversation for long. His vocabulary is limited, his span, his scope is not to the standard, to her standard, and therefore she's ashamed of him.
but that is why that mutual understanding must be there, Pastor. That listen, you see a flaw in your partner.
Yes.
You need to sit, honey, listen, dear. I realize so and so. I believe that we can work on it together. You understand? So the little that I know, because you have to choose your words wisely, you know. You're not going to say to him, Lord, me will teach you, because he might just feel hurt and upset. You understand? So you're going to choose your words wisely. No, honey, the little that I know, I believe that we can work on it. So the little that I know, I will pass it on to you. And the little that you know, you pass it on to me. So therefore, we get ourselves more rounded, more together. You understand? Then you know the problem is there. And when you stepped out and he opened his mouth or she opened his mouth, everything that come out, you tend to correct and you tend to correct and you tend to correct. You understand? Now that will be hurting your partner emotionally and socially. So we have to be careful. A lot of the problems that we have in our marriage, we can stay at home and try and fix them by working on them together. But you have to be open enough to say, okay, I stand to be corrected, and we move on from there.
Humility is another quality that will help both on both part. There is nothing as injurious as poor pride. You know what we call poor pride.
No, sir.
You don't have it, but you feel like you know nobody should question your not having it. You know, we need to humble ourselves and work on ourselves so that we
Yes,
can be compatible with our partner. So that you don't
yes,
have to
and
feel
even
inferior and your partner don't have to feel superior.
and even if we cannot be totally compatible to our partner, I believe that we need to know our partner in such a way that when we step out there, we complement each other.
That is so right. That is so right. Because I remember a couple. She was saying the same thing about her husband. Her husband wasn't as bright as she was. She had written up several books, but her husband was a dropout in high school, and he was making a lot of money, but he wasn't able to kind of um, keep up with her and her scholastic achievement. So what she did was it- the both of them got together and they talk it over. And whenever there is a question asked posed to him that he could not comprehend, he would say, my wife is in a better position to answer that question. And you know he would do that, and it would look so humble, number one, and it would look so gracious, number two. The reporter didn't know that he wasn't that
Y-
bright, but
yes,
nobody would know.
yes,
And she would say, thank you, dear, and she would answer.
yes. So we have to find a way to have that common, that mutual respect to say, okay, this is how we are going to do our thing. And
Yes.
we have to make sure too, Pastor, that sometimes based upon where we are coming from and based upon where our partner is coming from, persons will know. And we should not allow persons on the outside to influence our relationship on the inside. And a lot of times we have that. A lot of times we have friends. It is friends that cause our marriage to fall apart.
Sometimes the
Because
company we keep. Yes, true, true, true.
yes, because when our friends see our husband or see our wife, then are your husband that? Are your wife that? You understand? And the questioning asked in such a way that when
Yeah,
the
those are
question is
not your
asked,
friends. Those are not your
no,
friends. Those are just wrong companion.
and
Wrong companion because your friend know would back you up. You know.
you understand. So we have to be very, very careful, especially in the last days when you look all around you and you see how marriage is falling apart left, right, and center, and you want to preserve yours. You gotta be very careful. You understand? You have to allow your partner to feel that mutual amount of respect between each other. And it's not a one-way street. It is always a two-way street. And that is why the Bible says that we for God. So first to begin with, make sure that you have that love in the relationship, that genuine type of love. Not a one-sided love where one love part one party and the other part just to tolerate. No. Let it be that mutual love. Because if you have that mutual love, you will know how to use it now to cover the multitude of the faults and the weaknesses and work on them.
Yes,
We will
definitely.
take a break at this time. And when we return, please send us your voice notes. Type on YouTube, type on Instagram what you're saying. Let us know. And let us know if you have done your homework also.
All right, we'll be back in a moment. Marriage talk continues.
It's time for marriage talk. If you are separated, if you are married, if you are contemplating marriage, this is the program for you. Suzanne Baker will take you through the paces of marriage talk. Marriage talk is here on Gold FM every Tuesday at 3 p.m. to 4. Join us, won't you?
Wedding tips from Wedding World, your complete wedding solution from beginning to end. In Jamaica, Section 6 of the Marriage Act states that ministers of religious denominations, whether for one or more congregations, shall be entitled to be appointed marriage officers for the island. However, appointment may be refused if he or she is deemed unfit. Your wedding tip from Wedding World, your complete wedding solution from beginning to end. Call 876-545-1866 or email info@weddingworldja.com.
Are you concerned for you or your loved one's final expenses? Well, help is on the way with Peter James, your first choice for final expense planning. Just think, no GoFundMe or yard sale, no garage sale. If you're between the ages of 40 to 85, please call Peter for a plan designed specifically for you, for your peace of mind. Please call Peter James at 678-973-5234. He'll customize affordable plans for final expenses to suit your needs. Call Peter James, your healthy choice for final expenses. 678-973-5234. Serving Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas. Again, call 678-973-5234. That's 678-973-5234.
When the clock strikes 1 on a Wednesday afternoon, it's time for Gospel in Motion. It is time for good music, for good vibes, for good fellowship. Come in for the music, stay for the fellowship. It's Gospel in Motion, 1 through to 4 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon. Come and be blessed.
Your body is our passion and spa. 18 North Street, Montego Bay, at shop number 8. is the place for total body care. We do facials, manicure, pedicure, body massages. Opening hours Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Don't procrastinate. Come rejuvenate. Call Shauna Williams today at 876-591-6448. Your body is our passion and spa.
Caribbean University offers certificate, diploma, and Bachelor of Arts in Ministry Leadership, as well as Bachelor of Arts in Christian Counseling in Ministry Leadership. We also offer a certificate course in the School of Ministry and have partnered with Advanced Solutions Technical Institute, offering introductory certification in fiber optic technology, mobile phone technologies, and hybrid electrical vehicle servicing. For more information on any of our courses, call us at 876-953-8596 or 876-627-3916 or email us at mainoffice.ecu@gmail.com.
When it comes to makeover in Western Jamaica, there's only one name that comes to mind: Nardia's Touch. For body waxing at its best, whether arms, legs, facial, bikini, Brazilian, Nardia's is the place. Shop number 16, Summit Business Center, Fairview, Montego Bay, just upstairs in Myers Hair Artistry. To call for appointments, 876-357-2273. We do also relaxing, rinse, permanent, highlights, shampoos, and so much more. Look and feel your best. It's Nardia's Touch.
All right, we're back right here with Marriage Talk right here on Gold Radio Jamaica. Suzanne Baker is our
Welcome
host.
back. Welcome back. Pastor, what's happening there on YouTube, sir? I
All
saw
right.
that.
We have a few people on Instagram, and they're hearing the program on Instagram for the very first time, and so they're excited that a program like this can be on Instagram Live. So, if you happen to be an IG follower, you can go there. Ivy Divey is where it's at. All right, now we Novia is in the house. Oh my lord, she danced up a storm on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Erica Powell is in the house. Brother Damian Lewis is in the house. Good, 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 good. Sister Sharon, Sister Sharona Lawrence, Pastor Lawrence's daughter, she's in the house.
Wow.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Sister Mel is in the house. So we have quite a number of people on Instagram now. We have the Pattersons. We have the Jones. Uh-huh. And wow. We, 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 we,
Is
we,
that
we are all over the place, and they're there. Did anybody do their homework? I'm asking no, and it might be embarrassing because some people might not want to answer. But
they need to, man? They need
please
to
answer. Please let us know what
answer us.
the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Please let us know. All right. Yes.
All right. So back to the conversation at hand.
Mhm.
So we have to know, Pastor, how we are going to get things done in our relationship so that our partner won't feel inferior to us. Now look at the story of Esther. It says that when Esther was going into an to her husband, she put on her royal apparel. You understand?
Yes.
That means she was fixed up.
She
She was
was on
titty up,
business.
as they were saying. She was looking um humps us. So therefore, when Ozzy on the inside and take a glimpse on the outside, we said, no man, you have to allow her to come in to look at me so I can look at her. No, this is just simple saying that sometimes in our marriage and when we want to get something done and we realize that our partner might not be listening, you have to try a different approach. You understand? You need to try something new. So maybe you need to dress up and titillate up and put yourself well. That when he steps in and he sees you, the first thing that might come out of his mouth is that, honey, where are you going? Yeah, you said, oh, nowhere in particular. I just want to look nice, you know. And you sit him down and you have that conversation to say, listen, honey, you are doing this and I am hurting. So you need to stop. You need to find a different way. We need to find a different way in order to get it done. And if you are married and you are there using your superiority on your husband or your wife, stop it. Stop it. Don't allow your wife or your husband to feel second class. You don't do it. God is not pleased. God is not pleased. We must have a mutual understanding in our relationship to say that, listen, I am going to respect you and you are going to respect me. You understand? I don't like I don't like it when it's done this way. So we are going to find another way to do it, especially in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of marriage person have problem in their bedroom, Pastor. The place of fun and game. The place that when we get in, we should be so excited. I mean, when evening comes, we are on the outside, standing in our children's room, standing in our dining room, asking ourselves the question, why? We wish me never have to go in there. Why? We wish me could not sleep in the house tonight. We need to stop it. We need to make sure that the bedroom is a place of fun and mutual respect. You understand? Both parties enjoying what is happening, not a one sided thing.
So where the superiority comes in, it's where there is a unfair dominance. For instance, somebody might hear the word "shut up," or they might hear, "But what you know, um, and then it's a belittling. Some people do a kind of a belittling card, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes,
They belittle the person so as to project themselves to be superior,
yes.
you know.
And they make you feel as if your opinion is not worthy. It makes no sense you
Well,
talk.
I'm gonna say this, and I did psychology for a little time, but I'm gonna say this, so nobody really can make you feel little. It's you allow it. Because the thing is, when somebody is projecting themselves as better than you or brighter than you or stronger or whatever they're doing to show they're superior, if you don't allow it, it really can't work. So
Mhm.
they are trying to demoralize you into feeling that they are superior. Because if you tell yourself that they are not superior, no matter what they do,
Yes.
they cannot override you. And
No.
there are a lot of married couple who will tell themselves that we love each other and we care about each other, but when it comes to finance, I'm me the boss. Or Some people say when it come to the bedroom, me are the bully,
I'm here.
you know. And some people, when it comes to socializing, now I want to say something here that there are some people um, who are more socially inclined than some.
That's some, yes.
Yes. Some people don't talk a lot, and some people
Mhm.
they socialize with everybody. Everybody,
Mhm.
they,
Everybody.
right?
They have a friend for every corner.
Yeah, they are very friendly, and there are people who have that kind of But what you are not um confident in doesn't mean that you are inferior, and
No,
that
that's
this
a
is
different
where
thing altogether.
because there are some things that I might be more confident in, or I might be more proficient in. That
That's a
that that
different thing altogether.
no, what I mean is the inferiority and the superiority can come in where there is an item or there is an area in which I am more proficient than my wife. Let's say I am able to talk um, more eloquent than my wife. Let's say that that is so. All right. Um, some
Yes.
people tend to feel now that when it comes to conversation, you can't talk me out of it, because me better than you. But the thing is that there are some people might not be able to talk and be eloquent, but when them talk, it take talk.
Exactly.
You
So I don't
understand?
know for anybody else.
Yeah.
The thing that my husband can do more than mm, I, whenever everything, me just say, check my husband.
Yes.
You go and go to my husband, you understand.
Yeah.
Ask him, not for me. You understand. So therefore, we should not be having problems. I expect that if it's a case where that he can't manage, check my wife. Ask her. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. 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 That's the
you
kind of
understand. So
attitude that needs to
we
come
have
into
to
play.
exactly we need to find a way that we can balance our thing that at the end of the day, both of us is happy. Because if both of us is happy, we are going to have a happy home. We are going to have happy life. We are going to have happy moments that are unstoppable. But when one person make the other one feels as if, okay, I am worthless. Okay, I it's not worth it. Okay, I feels as if I need to pack up and leave this thing. No, it should not be. Because listen, opposites attract. So therefore, two talkative person are gonna attract to each other. No, not gonna work because it will be too much of one thing in the relationship. Both of us yapping away. No, you understand. So the person that loves to talk is going to be attracted to somebody who have a few words. And when that happen now, when both of us get together and we get married, don't try to turn me into a chatterbox. Or you don't use that over me to everything. You God, you out there. No, you have to learn to balance the thing. Okay,
Compliment.
yeah, I know that my wife is not a talkative person, but go ahead, dear. Go ahead. I'm listening. And you kindly take your seat and you allow her to talk. And if it's 5 words she said, when you're done, you give her the biggest applause you can give her. And allow her to come down and feel appreciated. You understand? But not say when you reach one boy, dear, say, when we went, dear, what I'm gonna say, and what I'm gonna do. No, that will cause problem in the relationship. You know that you can cook well, and your wife can help herself. She's not like you. So when she get in the kitchen, don't find fault of everything that she does. And I would have do it this way. No, appreciate what she does. What you can do is that you have to pass on your skill onto her, and you do it in a loving way. You understand? Don't go in the kitchen and say, honey, you need to consider me to do, that tomorrow you do it same way. No, you are going to call her in the kitchen and you're going to say, honey, we are going to cook this evening because we are at home. It's my day off and you are at home. So I'm going to be so nice and we are going to cook this evening. So in the same breath, you are passing off your skills onto her and she will appreciate it more. And when she steps in the kitchen, she will remember that, okay, John did it that way yesterday and it was good. So let me do it also. So we have to find a way past that to balance our marriage, that one of us is not feeling inferior. One of us is not feeling superior.
We work
We
as
are
a
saying,
team.
yes, man, that team effort
Yeah, we work as a team.
in order to allow the thing to run nice and we enjoy every aspect of our marriage.
So it's Team Baker, right?
It should
It's
team baker
you,
all the way.
you understand. So
Yes,
if Team Baker come up against Team Hall, whatever, it, no, that's a very very important point, Suzanne,
yes,
where we work as a team, as a wife and husband, or even as family. Sometimes it transcends not just in the marriage as in the husband and wife, but it transcends even to your offspring. So you have to be
yes,
careful that what you're showing your wife is not what you're showing your daughter. You know,
that is true.
because your daughter might be looking at, is this the way a man should treat a woman? You know, your son might be looking on and say, whoa, I saw woman forget treatment, man. I saw me like how daddy go on. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, and that
And
that is a very, very critical thing.
exactly. So we have to try our best to live and portray the right examples for our children, Pastor, to follow. We have to make sure that the things that we do, um, it will give a positive effect on them. And even when we do anything that is not right, and they know and they realize, we need to sit them down and let them know that, listen, this should not be, but it happens sometimes. So therefore, mommy and I want to work on it. So therefore, it does not happen again. We have to make sure that things are pointed out to our children because we are responsible for molding and shaping them into the individual that they are.
Yeah,
And if the influence at home is bad, when they go on the outside and they meet up into the bad influence, it will seem like nothing unto them, so they will go ahead with it. But when the home setting is right and things are right, when they set out there and they meet up into that unfamiliar territory, they want to come and say to you as parent, that the mommy or daddy, so and so happen. You understand? And the opportunity is given now to you to can correct them and say, no, don't go down that path. It is not good. So we have to be very, very careful of the things that we do as husband and wife and as parents. And it's also important that we have that team effect. It's very
yes,
important. The
yes,
team effect, that the understanding, the respect, very important. And that's why I say this almost every week, that listen, before you talk to your husband or your wife, if you are hurting, if you are upset, it's better not to say a word
mm-hmm.
than you
True.
open your
Then
mouth
open your
and
mouth
say
and cause the wrong.
something to your partner that is wrong, that is awful, that is dirty. and then that resentment start to grow. And when you decide to forgive and let bygones be bygones and we start moving on, sometimes we are at some quiet place and the devil just bring it up before us and say, "You remember when the last week?
Mhm.
Your members are saying they call you," and then that sometimes the feeling, that hurt that you were feeling just resurface.
Susan, I
And
want to
it
look at another aspect of it as to manipulation, the inferior and superior manipulation.
yes, that's another thing, sir.
Because there are people, and when I say manipulation, no, there are people who are exercising the inferior and superior and use the Bible to legitimize what they are doing. Here is what they say: man is the head. The head
Yes.
there, the head there don't mean that
Jesus.
whatever you say is law. The
That's not
head
true,
there means that you are to represent God. You know, that's what it
No.
really mean. You know, but
Yeah,
there are
no, but
people who use that to
yes, man.
to
To say
dominate,
that I'm here at the head.
and then the
I'm here
woman
run things.
accept it and say, "Well, yeah, I'm man at the head." So
Yes.
if
Then
him
that
if him
Bible
box me,
says
it's the
so.
Bible. Yeah, the Bible say we must allow.
No.
Yeah, submit yourself to your husband, no matter what him a
Mhm.
do you. You know,
But you say that husband to submit to wife too.
yes,
You understand? And that is
but
why
they
it
will
is.
explain that away. But the
Yes.
man is the head. So
And that,
how you deal with that?
go ahead.
How you deal with that?
Or we deal with that part.
Yes.
That is why you have to learn the word too. You have to um verse in the word. So when honey start to declare that he is the head of the household, you say, "Yes, dear, that is also true. That is
Mhm.
very true. No talk about that.
Yes.
No denying that. But
It can mean
but
manipulation.
right, so you let him know, say, but you understand. I am to submit to you, and you are to submit to
As
me,
unto the Lord.
and to the Lord. So listen, yes, you are going to talk, and I am going to talk too. And
Yes.
so therefore we will have a mutual understanding. It is not it's not a rule where you alone have all the right. And that is why we have to know, we have to read, we have to educate ourselves. That we know that the things that we need consent from our husband to do. We know. And the
Yes.
things that we know that we don't need no consent. We need a mutual understanding.
Mhm.
We know.
All
So
right.
I
Bev
know.
Mack has joined us. I know she's coming up with something. She's typing away. So I'm waiting on her to come in. No bedroom bully. Okay, good. No bedroom bully, says my good friend over here. I'm not gonna tell the name of this. It goes both ways, sir. This is Bev Mac now. It goes both way. So I don't know if people are misunderstanding me. I am not fostering for manipulation. No,
No, but
and
that's true.
no.
It is true, Pastor. You have a lot of men.
Mhm.
When they decide to talk in their household, a lot of husbands, they will quote that first. Man is the head. Man is in charge and in large.
Yes, large
Understand?
and in charge. Yes,
Yes. So they expect that when that when they say that,
yes,
try not to question what they
right.
say. You must just go ahead and
This
do
is
it.
law.
Yes, because I'm a law, I'm a the priest. But it's not so.
Oh,
He
Jesus.
is the law and the priest in certain things. If
Yes.
I am going and fasting, I
Hmm.
must go and consult him. And if he says no, I cannot go. Period. Full stop. comma dash dash.
Yes.
You understand?
So, so,
But
so, Pastor said something on Sunday, and I really, really, really admire it. Pastor Gail, he said that Lord help me to be the leader and not the boss, and I think that that is very instructive. That
yeah,
in inferior and superior complex, that we need to understand that there is no boss in the marriage.
no
There's a leader, and leaders live by example.
example.
Yes, right? So me do, so you do. So me walk, so
Exactly.
you walk. Right?
Exactly. You understand. And it is saying that, listen, both of us, because the marriage is not consist of one individual and one person cannot, it's not a marriage. You understand? So the marriage is two persons. So therefore, we must have a common understanding that when it's your turn to walk, to lead, I will follow. And when it's my turn to lead, you will follow.
So
So,
so the manipulation now. There are some people who get people to agree with wrong. If you understand what I'm saying now. Manipulation is not successful if I rebel. If I am
no,
not in agreement with it, it's not manipulation. But when it's
no,
manipulation is when um somebody who is knowing better do something and convince the other person that this is good for you, this is right, this is how it is to be done, and them know it wrong. So
yes,
then you now become gullible because you don't know what is better from what is worse. You accept it because that person's supposed to know better. So it's manipulation. And then now there is an inferior superior. And over time, I now begin to show you your foolishness. Because then I said, but remember, 7 minutes or so, and look there, you do that, you jump over the moon, you know, and you
yes.
laugh and run away with the spoon. And you know are feeling like a goat that has lost its rope. You are out in the cold.
Or a fish out of water.
Fish out of water because you have been so fool and gullible over the years that this person has manipulated you to do even wrong and you never realize. Now that is sin and that is wrong. It is
Yes,
sin
it is. Yeah.
and it
And
is
it is wrong.
wrong. Husbands should not manipulate their wives, neither should wives
Wives
manipulate
manipulate their husband.
their husbands.
And that is why it is said in Saint Matthew 22, I think it's verse 37. Let me just check to
Mm.
make sure. Yes, verse 37 going down. It says that thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul and with all thy
My
mind.
strength, yes,
This is this is the first and greatest commandment. And the second
is
is like unto it.
love your
Thou
neighbor.
shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And a lot of times when we read that and we think about neighbor, we think about the person that is living next to us.
Oh,
Not
yes.
only that person. Neighbor start from in the marriage.
Yes. Anybody
The
who is
wife
not you. Anybody who is
is
not you.
your neighbor, your husband is your neighbor, and it continues. So therefore, if you love yourself,
Yes. All right. We seem to be having some connection problems right there. But Susan will be back momentarily. Um, yes, but we are on a very serious point where we need to love ourselves as much as we love our neighbors. And we should never, we should never give in to manipulation or showing how superior we are to anybody. We're trying to get back Suzanne online and to continue. Very, very, very interesting discussion this afternoon. And I hope that as you are listening, you're online and you're listening, we hope that you would get in tune with us, whether by let's see what's happening right there. All right. Let me get Suzanne back online. Let me see now. Can I get Suzanne back online? As we need to conclude this, this is very, very important. Oh my Lord. All right, let's get back Suzanne in the building. All right. Yeah. All right. Hello, Suzanne. We are trying to get back Suzanne Baker in the building and trying to get her back is what we're doing. All right, let's get back there and let's get her back now. All right, let's see. Yes, yes. Sorry about that, but seem to be having a whole heap of the discussion is so important because we were talking now that the inferiority and superiority complex is sometimes the person who is behaving inferior is the person that is causing the problem. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Susan, hello.
I'm listening, sir.
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm here.
sometimes the person who is behaving in an inferior way is the person that is making the problem continue. Because hear this now. There are most relationships, if not all, there are sometimes we behave as if we are being oppressed. You know, listen to me, take me, hear what me say, and this and so on. And they behave in a way as if to say they are being abused. Now, the person with whom they may be talking is not necessarily superior in any way, but because they are playing the guilt card. You know what I mean? Sometimes some wives will play the guilt card. Most of the because women are more emotional. They will play the guilt card. And me no know what happened to him, Him don't listen to me. And anything me say, him no want to hear that. Because I'm educated like they begin to list out the things that they are inferior with, supposedly. And it's a kind of guilt trip. So when them don't talk, everybody said, Jesus, what a wicked man. What a wicked man. Imagine your wife, you make you feel so inferior. This is just a front to make it look that way. But they are really manipulating the situation, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's a kind of game, a cat and mouse game. And then when it suits them, they come and say, look how much time you would do it. When them wrong now, look how much time you would do that. Eh? And you make me feel like, say, Nobody makes you feel anything. It's you make you feel it. And so, so sometimes the cry for wolf is really not a cry at all.
It's that, and that is why I must say to us that listen, know what is it that you stand for in your relationship. Know what is it that you stand for. Know what is it that your partner stands for. And then both of you work on whatever is coming in between. So if you know that you are not into jumping over the wall,
Hmm.
because jumping over the wall will hurt
It's
you,
not your thing.
it's not your thing. Don't allow your partner to convince you to jump over the wall. And then when you jump over the wall and hurt yourself, you say, you see, if me never.
But
No,
me love him.
no. Let him know that, okay, honey, while you are jumping over the wall, I am going to walk around. So we'll meet at the same place.
Yes.
You'll just get there quicker than myself.
Hope, hope him not boss in bitter God. But the
You
thing.
understand? And we have to be very careful. Okay, we know that we have just a small amount of money at home.
Yes.
This is what we have in our savings. Yes, we would like a car, but at the same time, if we go out and we invest in a car, I mean, it's not to run taxi, it is for personal use.
Yes.
No, are we going to use the last that we have to invest in a car for personal use, knowing that the car is going to need gas, it's going to need license, it's going to need insurance? But when we buy it, we don't have any more money. What if something happened after we buy the car?
Hear the joke now. Hear the joke now. When you invest in the car, a my car,
That's
right?
another scenario.
A my car, and
And our car again.
no, and our car. But when the payments is to be made, is our car.
Yes, but at the same time, things like this, partner, you can't allow one partner now to show their superiority over you.
Yes.
You have to say, listen, honey, listen, dear. No, this is the reality of this situation. This is the only money that we have, and we are not going to take it to invest in a car. Not no, not yet.
Should
We
we?
have to
No, a
see
better way to do
another.
it. A better way to do it. Should we? Can we? How is it going to be sustained there? I mean, don't tell him, don't
Yes,
do that, don't do that, because the more you tell him, don't do that, is the is the more some men go and do it. For sure, you say, me can do it. And my money put
because
in
of
at
them
the
are them large and in charge.
yeah. So in other words, instead of saying don't do that, and
Yes, put
me
all the
tell you,
cards on the table.
talk to him and say, well, honey, if we are going to invest in this car, I know we need something to take us around, but let's look at how it's going to be sustained, because it have to ensure we have to buy gas put
Yes,
in there, we have to every now and again it have to tune up and what have you.
yes.
So
What if there's an accident and they
what,
got right
how
off?
do we deal with it, right? um can we afford that along with the other payments that we have to do right now, the other things that we have to do now? Only if we could just put it off little, we're gonna get one little
Mhm.
money later on, and we can deal with it and so on, and we can start off, and you're gonna get that other little income there. So later on, when we can afford to do them things, we will try do it.
Yes.
Talk to him like that.
So,
But
so we have.
but if you come on with the inferior thing now, listen, me know say you're not no good head, your head not good, and it create more problems. So manipulation goes
So,
in more one way than one. Yeah, go ahead.
So we have to know, Pastor. We have to know. We have to put ourselves in the right position, the right frame of mind. And a lot of times when things is happening at home, if you are not in the right frame of mind, don't tackle it. Don't tackle it. Let it sit there.
Mel
Let it sit
says,
there.
here is Mel
And
making a comment. Mel, she says, some persons love to show superiority, but if in marriage there should be love enough to help your partner to climb the ladder with you.
yes, yes, we have established that before. That is a case where one teaches one.
Mhm.
So therefore, if I am good at a certain thing and I know my partner is not good, it is my duty and my responsibility to help my partner to be more knowledge in that area. So therefore, we complement each other as we go. And you have some persons that take some stand that they are not willing to learn either. They are not willing to try. And if you find that you have a partner like that, you have to be very, very careful how you deal with the situation when they arises. You understand. So if your partner is not willing to learn, if your partner is not willing to try, just maybe for peace sake, for the love that you have for your partner, for your relationship to flourish, you might not go to certain events together. You might not go certain places together. Nothing is wrong with that. Because you know that both of you going, it is going to be a problem. It's not everywhere, but some place.
Mm.
If both of you go, it is going to be a problem. So it's either you don't go or one party go and the other party stays.
So meekness is not weakness.
No, no, it's not. Because listen, Pastor, if I know that my husband is not a talkative person, my husband or my wife is a type of person that will they just love to stay by themselves. And I'm going to a rally up at church now. I am not going to invite him to come because when all the dancing and all the singing and all the encore and that is going to happen around him, he might just feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
And when we get home, he might say to me, no, listen, you know I don't like it, and yet you take me there. So I know it. So
Oh,
rally is coming up. I am going to let you know that, honey. Next week, Sunday night is rally, so I'll be up at church for a little later than usual because it's rally, and he knows it's rally. So
okay.
therefore, when I get home, he is comfortable that I'm back home, and he's going to ask me now, how you enjoy the program?
I have Novia with a voice note. I don't know if I can play it. Novia.
Good evening, Pastor Hall. Good evening, Lady Sue. Very interesting topic you have this week. But I believe this is my personal perspective on this topic. I believe it's a personal examination with yourself before you mature into a relationship, even more so a marriage. Because if you are struggling with low self esteem, if you have been brought up being rejected, despised, and you all that negativity and your emotion easily hurt, you have to learn how to ask for help for deliverance from that before you can go into any relationship. Why I said that? It is because
That's
sometimes
true.
some simple little things in a relationship someone might say and the person feelings hurt. For example, why you have to put on that jacket? The husband feel weird because I looking or look good, making wife said that and the wife a fashionist.
Yes.
The husband means vice versa. The husband might say the same thing What kind of hairstyle is that?
Yes.
And right away she gone way back down and start, so we have to examine ourselves, ask God to deliver us, firm us up, that we can
I like that.
disregard every negative
Firm us up.
energy.
I
That
like
when
it.
we go into our relationship, our marriage, it is a positive, and we're feeling it's not easily hurt. Even if someone says something to us and you don't like it, you won't feel that deep scar. You will say, okay, honey, let's angle it this way. I hear what you're saying, but let's do it this way.
All right. Why?
That is true. That's true, Sister Novia. That's true. If you know that you have certain amount of baggage, you need to deal with your baggage before you
Yes.
invest in a relationship.
Yes. Yes.
Because relationships are investment, Pastor.
Yes. Yes. It is. It
They are
is. It is.
investment because you are investing for happiness. That total butterfly experience, that total lying in bed smiling to say, boy, Lord Jesus, we wish this year not over. Nothing can get better than this. So relationships are investments. So if you know that, listen, you were hurt, you have been hurt, you have been abused, you have been rejected, you need to seek some form of help. You need to seek
Yes.
deliverance,
Yes.
as Sister Novia says, and you need to get that type of help to make you an whole individual. So therefore, when you invest in a relationship, it will work because a lot of times,
Yes. Yes. It is really the person who is insecure could feel inferior. The person who is insecure. Am I right?
yes,
And
insecurity brings up a lot of things faster, a lot of things,
so
and
when
that is
okay, go ahead.
why you have to make sure that, listen, all of us want to get married, all of us, all of us want to experience the marriage life. But if you know that you have some personal baggage,
Challenge,
you
yes.
need our challenges, you need to deal with it first, because it's not every partner that you get will be able to cope with it.
With your that is so true. That is so true.
Because some persons are gifted in a way, Pastor, that yes, they will take up a man or a woman that have a whole heap of baggage, and they will help and smooth them right out and have them on a right path and right footing going in the marriage. Some of us can manage.
And I don't think it's fair to you to be carrying baggage from somebody's past. I don't think it's fair
No,
to
and
to
that
to
is why,
your relationship for me to be carrying your baggage. I mean,
uh, and that is why the church have to get themselves in the right position, because
yes.
here is where the word of God tells you that the older must teach the younger to be sober.
Hmm.
So the church have a vital role to play.
Yeah.
We have to make sure that our doors are open. Our the spirit of forgiveness is resting in our heart. So therefore, when someone comes in with a problem, to talk to us about it, trigger something that may happen to you personally.
Hmm.
So you advise the person based upon what you have been through. You understand. You have to make sure that you are in the right position, with the
Wow.
right attitude,
It
with the
seems as
right
if we have
intent.
gone out of time, but we're having more people joining us now that we have gone out of time. Suzanne, we have to
You
continue
know,
this. We have to continue this. This is interesting. We have more people. There's a new listener, Belita, and she's online and she's agreeing with everything you said a while ago. Wow, we have so many people joining us. I won't tell you the numbers, because if I tell you the numbers, you will just drop over on your chair.
No, I won't drop over. We, Pastor, you know that we are leading up to our anniversary, sir.
Yes,
We are leading up to our anniversary, so it is good
yeah,
that we are getting the right amount of energy, the right amount of
yes.
interest
So many
to say,
people.
listen, marriage talk is going places. Yes, man, we are here to work on the marriages. So therefore, I am going to tell my friend that listen, you need to tune in because listen, you might just you will find an answer to the problem that is eating you away. Your husband might not be listening, but you know are going to be so creative that you set a nice tone at home and you're going to say to your honey, I found a new program and I would like us to listen. So
Yes.
don't play the episode that is dealing with your problem first. That is going to turn him off. That is going to turn him off. You'll find a nice
Ah,
one to
okay.
play to generate. Oh, yes. Well, men and women are funny. So a lot of times when we
do,
find
do you know
answers for
Marcel
things,
Lewis?
Marcia, I think
Mecca.
so.
Mecca. It's not Marcel. Mecca. Mecca Lewis.
Not so sure, but pleasant afternoon. Welcome.
Yes. And this other person here is Velita. Velita is is it Valite? Valita? Yeah, Valita.
Valita.
Mm.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
so
Pleasant afternoon. Welcome. It's nice. It's good. All right. So we have to be here next week, and just maybe we will be on the same topic because
and
we,
we need the sponsorship to be able to
yes,
go to 2 hours instead of 1.5. And we need the sponsorship. We really need it. We are on skin and bones. I've sent out some communicate to our partners to help us to sponsor the programs. And please call Susan Baker or call myself, and tell her you want to be a part of keeping the programs on air. We are really stretched, and things are not remaining the same. Everything that we are using here is has increased. The cost for the internet, the cost for the everything, the electricity, all of what we're doing is costing us more. So we need the sponsorship. We need it. It's not even a want again. It's a need.
it's a need.
Yes, it's a
We
critical
need it.
need
We
for
need it.
us to continue to do these programs. We have to, everything is going up. And what I used to be able to balance, I can't do it anymore. We've got to be able to put these programs on. So if it's a blessing to you, please, yes.
Yes.
So
So please,
we are getting some good contributions here. Some people saying I promise I will make my contribution at a later date. Right, we are hearing that.
wonderful, beautiful.
Yes.
All right. So please get on board. Call us. Send us what you have. So we will. And if you're working for a company,
Yes.
you can tell them about the program. So therefore, they can get a
And use the
commercial.
YouTube app to show them, because we have evidence there that it's not just you talking to them, but take them to YouTube and make them hear what we're doing.
Yes. So therefore, they can come on board
Yes.
and sponsor our program as we continue to spread the word how to help to save our marriages, to make our marriages a better one. All right. So I thank you all for joining. I will be praying after the program for all our listeners.
Yes.
And because time has been far spent, we have gone overboard.
Long over.
I want us to close with this song this afternoon, Pastor. And I believe it's a song that every married person needs to be listened to every now and then. And it's by Randy Travis, Forever and Ever. I believe it's a commitment that we need to make to each other that, listen, I am going to love you forever and ever. Amen.
Oh. All right. We should be able to find that one in a jiffy. And Randy Travis.
All right. So we are looking forward to see you all next week, same time, same place. The program begins at 3 p.m. So please join on. And as we continue to spread the word, spread the love, talk about that God have in store for husband and wife.
All right. Sister Bev Mack says this is a big tune. Big tune. So, Randy Travis takes us out of a marriage talk this fine. It has become a very, very nice evening with clouds clearing up and blue skies from my vantage point. Forever and ever, Randy Travis.
You may think that I'm talking foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now this love that I feel for you always will be. But you're not just time that I'm killing. I'm no longer one of those guys. As sure as I live, this love that I give is gonna be yours until the day that I die. Oh baby, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, I'll be happy to tell you again. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. They say time takes its toll on the body, makes the young girl's brown hair turn gray. But honey, I don't care, I ain't in love with your hair. And if it all fell out, well, I'd love you anyway. They say time can play tricks on memory, make people forget things they knew. But it's easy to see it's happening to me. I've already forgotten every woman but you. Oh darling, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, but just listen to how this song ends. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, forever. forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. I took you for granted so many years. I gave you no hope, broken promises and tears. But when I was down, it was you who was there to pick up the pieces and show me you care. Forever together, till death do we part, forsaking all others. I'll give you my heart. Through good times and bad times, wherever we are, forever together in each other's arms. You seem to know what we had all along, and you had the love and the faith to go on. It took some time, but now I realize that I see it all when I look in your eyes. Forever together, till death do we part, forsaking all others. I'll give you my heart. Through good times and bad times, wherever we are, forever together in each other's arms. Forever together in each other's arms. Cheap perfume and painted faces, fallen angels fill the places where I go when my troubles pull me down. And all the lies I know they'll tell me, and the time that they will sell me, for a while I'll be the biggest man in town. Back at home, in bed she's crying, for her love for me is dying. But she'll pray I make it safely through the night. When the morning sun starts showing to her bedside, I'll be going and she'll hold me while I face the morning light. And I'll make promises, promises to change. I'll make her promises, swear I'll rearrange, and I'll start giving all the love she needs if only she will stay. Once again, she'll reassure me, and I believe her love will cure me, and I'll fall asleep with tears on my face. And I know she's just a woman, and her love can't last forever. And someday soon, I know she'll leave without a trace. For broken promises will tear her dreams apart. Just token promises will someday break her heart. And for the last time, she'll hold me when I cry, and while I'm sleeping, she'll quietly say goodbye. You've been too gone for too long. It's too late to come back now. It's been so long since you walked out my door. Now you're just an old song nobody sings anymore. I got a new love and she's a true love. But darling, how could you have known? You've been too gone for too long. Now it's too late to come back home. You came a long way going the wrong way. Don't even set your suitcase down. You wanted to roam, now you're paying the bills. You're an old rolling stone who rolled over the hill. I had a good cry when you said goodbye. I didn't want to let you go, but you've been too gone for too long. Now it's too late to come back home. I had a good cry when you said goodbye. I didn't want to let you go, but you've been too gone for too long. So why don't you just stay gone? Now you've been too gone for too long. Now it's too late to come back home. Dirt road in the twilight, Woods so cool and dark, up ahead pale neon, somewhere a dog barks. Honky tonk moon keeps shining on my baby and me. Breaking up the pool balls, chalking up the cues, jukebox pumping softly, lazy summer blues. Honky tonk moon keeps shining on my baby and me. Through the blue smoky haze, all through the day, troubles seem to melt away. My heart's on a roll, I'm easy in my soul. There's no hurry, no worry, things are going my way. My arms around my baby, shuffling on the floor. Cigarettes and sawdust, squeaky old screen door. Honky tonk moon keeps shining on my baby and me. Through the blue smoky haze, all through the days, troubles seem to melt away. My heart's on a roll, I'm easy in my soul. There's no hurry, no worry, things are going my way. Outside the dark is falling, stars are winking bright. That old hoot owl is calling, everything's alright. Honky tonk moon keeps shining on my baby and me. Honky tonk moon keeps shining on my baby and me. Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. Third boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out suit and shoes, I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found, short but not too big around. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all of their children and all of their names, every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all of their children and all of their find out in every town. And every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes, all but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road. King of the road. King of the road. On one hand, I count the reasons I could stay with you and hold you close to me all night long. So many lovers' games I'd love to play with you. On that hand, there's no reason why it's wrong. But on the other hand, there's a golden band to remind me of someone who would not understand. On one hand, I could stay and be your loving man, but the reason I must go is on the other hand. In your arms I feel the passion I thought it died when I looked into your eyes. I found myself, and when I first kissed your lips, I felt so alive. I've got to hand it to you, girl. You're something else. But on the other hand, there's a golden band to remind me of someone who would not understand. On one hand, I could stay and be your loving man, but the reason I must go is on the other hand. Yeah, the reason I must go is on the other hand. He wore starched white shirts, button at the neck, and he'd sit in the shade and watch the chickens peck. And his teeth were gone, but what the heck? I thought that he walked on water. Said he was a cowboy when he was young. He could handle a rope and he was good with a gun. And my mama's daddy was his oldest son. And I thought that he walked on water. If the story was told, only heaven knows. But his hat seemed to me like an old halo. And though his wings, they were never seen, I thought that he walked on water. He tied a cord to the end of a mop and said, son, here's a pony, keep her at a trot. And I'd ride in circles while he laughed a lot. Then I'd flop down beside him. And he was 90 years old in 63. And I loved him and he loved me. And Lord, I cried the day he died, 'cause I thought that he walked on water. And if the story was told, only heaven knows. But his hat seemed to me like an old halo. And though his wings, they were never seen, I thought that he walked on water. Yeah, I thought that he walked on water. Suppose I called you up tonight and told you that I love you. And suppose I said I want to come back home. And suppose I cried and said I think I finally learned my lesson. And I'm tired of spending all my time alone. If I told you that I realize you're all I ever wanted, and it's killing me to be so far away, would you tell me that you love me too? And would we cry together? Or would you simply laugh at me and say, I told you so? Oh, I told you so. I told you someday you'd come crawling back and asking me to take you in. I told you so, but you had to go. Now I found somebody new, and you will never break my heart in two again. If I got down on my knees and told you I was yours forever, would you get down on yours too and take my hand? Would we get that old time feeling? Would we laugh and talk for hours, the way we did when our love first began? Would you tell me that you've missed me too, and that you've been so lonely, and you've waited for the day that I